Hi guys, so welcome to our 2021 career predictions video. So this is going to be predicting your career, your studies, everything in that kind of field for 2021. So we've got part 1, 2, 3 and 4. So take some time to pause this video and find a card that you're most drawn to, and then I'll reveal your messages. Hello group 1, if you picked this group, this is going to be your career prediction for 2021. This is going to give you a little bit of guidance on where you can go with your career, what kind of things will come up. So I've pulled some cards and we'll reveal them, and also pull some charms as well. So the first card we've got is beginnings. So this is a new moon, new beginnings. So for some of you, might be getting a new job, might be moving into a new role in a company that you're already in. But definitely I see that some of you are struggling with your job at the moment. We've got this idea of it being not a nice environment, so kind of a cold environment. And this new beginning is going to take you into much more of an exciting, optimistic kind of view. So, you know, going out of that kind of harsh coldness of an environment and going into something that's actually quite sweet, you know, kind of like a meadow, you know, kind of running through the meadow. But what I also see in this card particularly is that a lot of you are going to start looking for a job after winter, going into the spring, and the summer you're going to start feeling like, actually, I want this new beginning. So I think for a lot of you, I don't think you're going to be making this change right now. It's going to be when the winter sort of ends, you know, kind of January, February time, which is actually normally when a lot of people do look for jobs anyway. So I think you're going to be moving into kind of springtime when you do start looking for a new job. You've also got to step out of your comfort zone. So for a lot of you, this is going to be quite a scary thing to do. It's like, actually, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but I'm not sure, you know, what I've been able to do. For some of you, you might not have a choice. You know, Corona has sort of impacted the way that you would have seen your kind of career journey, and now you have to step out your comfort zone. For a lot of you who have previously not worked in teams very well, this is going to be something that you're going to have to start doing, is being able to collaborate with people. I understand that there is a lot of people that I think feel that their talent and merit is all that they need. They don't need to work in a team. And this card for me is saying that actually that's the opposite. You really do need to collaborate with people, and that's going to help you with your new beginning. It's going to make your journey more seamless. You've also got Queen of Pentacles. So there's some earth energy here, which is great for money. So for a lot of you who have this new beginning and this new job, I think a lot of you, also this doesn't have to be you getting a new job. This is just maybe a new beginning, maybe you starting a new project, maybe you stepping out your comfort zone and taking on more responsibility at work and you haven't done that before. This Queen of Pentacles is really about wealth, you know, and this is also about getting wealth in a really dignified way. Since it's not you kicking and screaming for a raise or, you know, I don't know, selling counterfeit goods outside of Harrods, you know, this is actually you deserving this wealth. This is you getting money that is well deserved. So this actually is linked to this new job, this promotion, or even again, you taking on some responsibility that then kind of pushes you onwards. We've also got Nine of Raphael. So this is making a wish. This is where your dreams become reality. So for a lot of you, this is like a dream job. This is also saying this is going to be a really joyful time of life. So 2021 is going to be really joyful for you, which is obviously much of a relief for all of us. It's going to be a joyful time, but it's also kind of that genie in the lamp. So for a lot of you who've been wishing and wanting for something amazing to happen, this is going to be kind of, it's going to come to fruition. But also what I like the most about this make a wish is that this reminds me of manifestation. So, you know, writing down your journal, I have this job, or I make X amount of money a year. This is going to manifest into your reality. This is going to be a real thing. And what I like the most about this spread in particular is I get this idea that dreams are possible. You know, that you can dream, that you can soar in the sky, you can swim in the sea, you know, that kind of thing. There's an idea of real advancement here. But also for a lot of you, this is definitely going to be coming in the summer, and for some of you also this job might be linked to travel when you can, when we're allowed to travel. It's going to be linked to maybe you've got customers or investors or, you know, people in your business or where you work that are from foreign lands, you know, from elsewhere in the world, maybe some tropical places like the Caribbean or Morocco, places like that. But I get this general idea of like a real wealth mindset coming through. Okay, so let's pull some more tarot. Oh, those flow out. Queen of Cups and Two of Swords. Okay. Queen of Cups says to me, this is an environment, you're going to be in an environment that's very warm-hearted again. So going out of this cold environment and going into much more of a warm-hearted, more fair, you know, there's more sort of HR, as it were. You're also going to be dealing with more honest people, you know. But this also says to me, this Queen of Cups, this is something where you are able to have power. Again, this is linked to that wealth, power, but growth as well. So this is an opportunity that gives you growth, which is why I suggest that some of you might be taking on more responsibilities that perhaps leads to a promotion of sorts. I think some of you haven't had great experiences with work, like you've dealt with toxic people, and you're going to be coming out of that now. You're sort of moving out of that experience. Because this Two of Swords is interesting too. You've got this knife across the eyes and across the mouth. It's that idea of like having no clarity, but also not being able to speak your voice too. But what I mostly see about this is balance. You know, this is a harmonious situation. So this is a really nice spread. I see a lot of you going out of a more of a cold, maybe kind of troublesome experience where you're like dealing with customers you don't like, or dealing with business partners you don't like, wherever you kind of work. I see that this is going to be important. And what I like the most about that is this idea of balance and fairness and honesty. This idea of justice. You know, some of you are Libras. This really resonates with you. But again, also having faith that it's going to be okay, because I know a lot of you are going to be scared about the situation in this new beginning because of that step out of your comfort zone. But we know that if you make a wish and you manifest it, and you know that you can have this balance and this fairness, and also this this firmness as well. The Two of Swords gives me firmness, which links that Queen of Pentacles. Being powerful and firm. About wealth. Like again, if you want to ask for a raise, or you want to barter for overtime or something like that. You're able to do that. You're able to have that power. I think that's quite important, actually. And also I've noticed we've got Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups, so two queens, so that really strong royal energy. So a lot of power. You guys are going to have a lot of power in 2021. So let's pull what kind of month is going to be important for career. Okay. 9. Is that a 9 or a 6? Might be a 6. That's a 6, actually. Upside down. So you got a 6. So June, that'd be important. Again, what I just mentioned about summer, June is summer. So yeah, summer guys for you is very important. I've got S as an initial, could be a company name, could be a start of a role. We've got Dragon. I like this. Dragon is fire energy, so moving forward again. So we are moving forward, we're moving out of something. But again, it's a mythical being that's very powerful. We've got Starfish and a cocktail. What did I say about some of you guys going to travel, or also, dealing with people that are from tropical places. So that definitely comes up. Summer is really strong here. And we've also got a love heart, so it's like you're going to be really in love with where you are. Again, out of this cold place, we've got a lot of fire and warmth. I like the warmth in this spread. So overall, for 2021 for career, I think it's going to be quite important. Okay, so let's pick some specific days that might be important. So you can put these together, or you can see them as a standalone. It's completely up to you. I don't like to put a pinpoint on dates because sometimes it can change. Because I remember I had a tarot friend of mine say, "Oh, 6 is really important," and I thought, June, but it was the 6th of March, which was important. We've got 2, we've got another 2, we've got a 1 and a 5. Okay. So again, you can put this together and see that as a certain date, or we can see them separately. So we've got 2 2s, this is important. Then we've got 2 of Swords here. We've got a 5 and a 1. I always like when you get a 1 because that reminds me that you are the one person that can control your own life. So it could be the 5th of June, the 1st, the 2nd, could be the 4th, could be the 5th, could be the 10th, it could be anything, Put them together if you want to. But yeah, that was your reading. Overall, 2021 looks really good for you guys. I see you coming out of an experience that you're not that keen on now. Maybe you're feeling unhappy, and going into a really good experience with a lot of warmth and genuine honesty as well. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll move on to group 2. Okay, bye. Hi group 2, hope you're doing well. Thank you for choosing this group. So I'm going to be revealing your 2021 career predictions, and this is just a general reading, so it might not resonate for everybody, but hopefully it gives you some guidance and maybe gives you a push to make some changes in your life. So let's start off. We have got Ace of Ariel. So this is, it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, support, a change in job or promotion. So for a lot of you, again, changing jobs, you're getting a promotion, but also like that new resources of money, time, and support. So this suggests that some of you who are freelancing, or you're starting a business, or you have a business, this is going to excel for you. You know, you're going to find new investors, you're going to find new ways to kind of promote your business. And what I like most about this card is it reminds me of kind of paradise, you know, this kind of green river with the sun shining down. So this is like a very successful card. It's your lucky day, you know, for some of you Sagittarius, and you're really taking that luck with you, and you're going forward and moving forward into a promotion or a change in job. So got change again, so a change in job or promotion. A lot of you are going to be changing. I know change can be so scary. It can be so scary. I think some of you are resisting this change. Okay, I think you want it, but you're scared of it at the same time. You're resisting it. And for some of you, you feel kind of angry about the situation because you're not sure how you can control it. You're not sure what's the best way to move. It's like playing a game of chess and not knowing exactly what strategic move you're going to make. So that Ace of Ariel is telling you that you don't need to worry too much about the logic of it, because you have some luck on your side. You know, you have your angels helping you out. You have little pieces moving around. And this also tells me that, you know, this change is, I feel it's long awaited. And in some ways that is making you kind of angry, because I think you're feeling a little bit helpless about it. Some of you are feeling like you want to soar, you want to fly free. You know, this idea about birds coming through here, this idea about freedom. I want to change so I can get freedom, but it's scary. We've got the Fool. Okay, brilliant. Fool, new beginnings. You know, this is being optimistic. This is kind of walking off the edge of the cliff, where, you know, not really caring where the hell you go. This is interesting, because the idea of that change of resistance, and then the Fool tells me that you're going to let go of that resistance, which is a really good thing. It just tells me that you're going to be pushing forward. And this is the first card in the Major Arcana. So this is very powerful. There's a lot of success to be had here, and I think for the majority of you, that resistance is because you're afraid and you don't have faith. This Fool card says you will have faith, or you need to have faith. You have to know that you don't need to know everything to make a move. So when I get the Fool card, I often think about, you know, limited sort of resources. Can you see him just holding a little bag, and he's got a dog, you know, and it's just, I mean, it doesn't even look like he's got a leg, you know, he doesn't have much to stand on, not a leg to stand on, as it were. But this Ace of Ariel says about new resources and money, time, and support. So you don't need to pack the whole suitcase and the kitchen sink with you. You're going to get resources. This guy has faith. This guy has faith that when he walks off the edge of the bridge, you know, and he lets his past go and he takes a change, that he knows he will find more than he's brought with him. And I think that's exactly what this spread is saying, that you know that you will have resources when you need it. I've also got communication is key. New moon, okay, so change is new in Gemini. Gemini, air sign, kind of logical. A bit changeable, you know. Geminis are known as being a bit two-faced, changeable. That's a stereotype, but you know what I mean. Quite changeable. Again, change is really coming through here. Not unlike Group 1, so if you are actually drawn to Group 1 as well, click on that too. Got this idea of change. Communication is key. You're going to have to communicate what you want. When you're in a job, it is so important to communicate with your team members, to your boss, to your clients, to anyone that you're dealing with. It is so important. And I think that's what's going to really push the change, is that you're going to start talking about what you want. You know, you're going to start pushing forward and being like, actually, this is what I want. This is what I've always wanted. But maybe I've been too scared to do it. You know, I've been too worried. I think that comes through. There's a sense of like, you know, at the moment I don't feel like you've got much clarity. It's like there's a world turned upside down for some of you. Also for some of you, you feel like time's ticking out on your job. You're like, oh my God, I'm running out of time. And that's where this Fool comes in. It's like, I'm going to push through and just do that. Let's find some more tarot. Take those two. Okay. Six of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords, 2 air signs, again, air energy coming through strongly here. Somebody with air signs, oh, you need that logic with you. So okay, so it's interesting, we've got these in reverse. So Knight of Swords, obviously, it is, I mean, Aquarius. And to have it in reverse is saying, you know, this is, things are not moving as quickly as you thought they would be, you know? Yeah, okay. So Knight of Swords in reverse to me says that you're scared. You're not brave. You're not being brave enough. Because normally in upright, this is bravery. This is where you feel skilled. You know, you're feeling kind of heroic. It's like, I can do whatever I want. But in reverse, it's saying, I'm scared. I'm scared of this change. You know, I'm scared of moving forward. I'm scared of the shock. You know, for some of you, you're like quite happy to be where you are, you know? But then you're so unhappy at the same time. I think a lot of you get frustrated at that dichotomy, that kind of juxtaposition and clash. Yeah, if this was saying anything, this is that you need to be brave. Don't resist, you know. Be brave. Six of Swords in reverse as well, so this is what it looks like normally. Having in reverse. Again, Six of Swords in reverse is, this is you not moving, you know, you're being stagnant. This is actually you not wanting to even attempt through the hard times. You're happy to be stagnant. You're also happy to sort of fail. In a way, you're again, you're not being brave enough, because I think you're scared of failure. This is telling me that you are afraid of failure. Because in upright, this is a very successful card. Can you see that in normal, you're stepping on the knife, so you're taking action, but in reverse, you're letting the knives pierce into you, so you're letting bad things happen. Because by not being brave, you're hurting yourself more. You're not letting yourself push through. You know, for some of you, this would have been travel, but you're not letting yourself move enough. And this idea of faith and positivity is flipped upside down too. So this is saying to me, you really need to start pulling the bootstraps up and being more brave. I know it's hard, but that idea of like, you know, it's look, you can make this change, I think is important. So let's find a month that's going to be quite significant in 2021. 3. Okay, so March. March is going to be significant. Spring is a good time for new beginnings, for change. Haha, I just knew. I said to myself, I know this charm's going to come up. Intuition. Travel, which is what the Six of Swords would mean. And also the Fool is a traveller. So for some of you, you need to be on the move. You need to want to be on the move. You cannot stay stagnant. You just can't. We've just got another one as well. Create. I like that because we've got the Aquarius with the Knight of Swords. It's very creative. But the Fool is also very creative too, because it's like I'm foolish enough to create something and be a bit bizarre and not stick to the status quo. So being different. I like that. Also, we've got communication is key with 2 keys. So it definitely is key, isn't it? So communication is really, really important. This could be that you need to have communication with someone in specific, with a partner or person that you work with closely. It's important to kind of unlock what you need though. Again, the cocktail works with travel. That just pushes that along. It's got a dragonfly. This tells me this is kind of where manifestation is important for you. You know, manifesting getting off your ass in the nicest way possible, of course, and pushing yourself. And working towards what you need to do. And again, but also looking after yourself with the comb is the grooming, self-care. You know, push yourself, but don't push yourself to the limit. Do what you think you can, but remember, you can always do more than you think you can. You can always push yourself more than you ever think you can. And March is important. So let's pull some separate dates. You can read these as days, you can put them together, or you can read them as single days. I don't like to tell you what they are because I think it's different. Interpretations are always different for everybody. 3, so we've got that 3 again. Another 3, yeah, so 3 is important. 1 and 5. Yeah, so 3 is definitely important for you guys. It's a significant number. 3 is quite nice actually. It's very infinite. You have to get it with twin flames. But this is not a love reading, so I won't go into that. So yeah, so overall, get this idea that you guys are scared of making change, but I think that you want it. Some of you are very creative, you know, you want to be on the move, but again, something stagnant has stopped you. Maybe it's just Corona, maybe it's not even you, you're just like, well, I can't move because of Corona. But it's a lot of luck, and this idea about being able to communicate what you want in your life. So overall, it looks actually really good, but I think there's some work to be done on yourself that can push you forward, and hopefully this helps you and guides you, and if it does resonate, I'm very happy with that. So if you did like it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks very much, guys. I hope you have an amazing 2021. Please make it what you want it. Don't let anybody tell you what you can do. Don't let the knives fall onto you. Push the knives in yourself, okay? Thanks, guys. Hi, Group 3. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for choosing this group. So this is going to be your 2021 career prediction reading. This is just a general reading, so it might not all resonate, but if it does, I really hope it helps you take some control in your life and maybe gives you a bit of kind of positivity and hope for the next year. So let's go straight into your cards. First one we have is through Gabriel. So the ship and this woman. We've got prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. So for some of you getting a promotion. An optimistic plan that turns out as expected. So this idea again about positivity. Prosperity arising from wise planning. So for some of you, this is where you have to be a bit more logical. Get your pros and cons list out. Get your budget planner out. This is where you have to be a bit more strategic. Time to take the next step. So this is, maybe some of you are feeling restless and you're thinking, I need to either take some more responsibility at work, I need to move from studying into a job, or I just need to get a promotion and move myself up to the ranks. And optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So what I like about this is when, you start manifesting and you believe that the outcome is going to be perfect for you, then it turns out as expected, because of course we create our reality, we're gods of our reality, and that's how it happens. For some of you, travel is going to be linked to your job, but I really just see this card generally as you moving forward, which is great, moving forward, but also setting your sights high. You're not going to be like, I'm just happy to take this very mediocre thing. I don't think you guys want to be mediocre. I think there's a great quote from David Goggins, who's a motivational speaker who was a Navy SEALs and an ultra athlete, and he says it's so easy to be amazing in this world because everybody else is so mediocre. And I think a lot of you think like that. I think you don't want to be just like everybody else. You want to push forward. So, got Ace of Swords, right? So there's some air energy. So for some of you are air signs, but also this is logic. This is a very determined card. Can you see the people grabbing onto the sword, like letting it bleed? It's like, oh no, I'm going to suffer for what I want. Again, I'm going to push forward. I'm not going to be mediocre. This is forceful. This is also moving forward and having, doing activities, doing movement with real deep feeling. Again, you're very passionate. I think you're very passionate. You want to see the sun. You want to see the sun rise and the sun set. You want to be there for every moment. And this is also prosperity and wealth. But also, when I think about this card, I think about a winner. I think about champion. It's like I've got a mission in mind, I've got an aim, a conquest as it were. I'm moving forward with force and determination, conquering it, getting the wealth, getting the success from it, and being really happy with that. Again, a champion, a warrior. So for some of you, again, air signs, but some of you might be Sagittarius or Aries, even Leo, so some of you very much fire signs. Passionate warrior. That kind of warrior spirit, I really do see a Leo here. Some of you are Leos. If you are, this definitely resonates for you more so, I believe. It's like bleeding and suffering and forcing. Oh, I like this. I feel like you guys are winners. You're just cool. You go for it. Outgoing. Just bam. Win-win outcome is forecast, New Moon in Libra. So again, we had got that air sign with the sword. So for some of you, it could be air signs. And also Libras are very good at work ethic. They're also very controlled people. But again, they set their sights high up into the air. Win-win outcome is forecast says to me, this is justice. This is justice with a job. Or promotion. Again, you kind of deserve, when people say, no one deserves that promotion more than you. And you're like, yeah, that is true. I do deserve that. I'm a warrior. I've pushed hard for this. That justice is there for you. You're not going to be shortchanged, which is great to hear. You're not going to be shortchanged. But this idea is that maybe you're in a situation, or you will be in a situation, where it feels like all kind of hope is lost, and actually it ends up being better than you expected. Again, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So actually, when you're in a bit of a bind or in a stitch, if you just think everything always works out for me, everything always works in my favour, like duh, hello, look at me, everything works out, warrior spirit, I'm a champion, I'm a winner, I don't lose. That's going to come back to you in that win-win outcome. That justice is going to come back with you. And again, justice sometimes does make me think of Leo too, so that comes through strongly. I've also got boundaries as well. So, you know, for some of you, part of personal life and career is hard to kind of split apart, and especially with Corona, you know, if you're working at home, it's hard to be like, well, where does the day end? You know, where does my work day really end? You know, I'm working more times than I should. For some of you, again, a personal life, it's like, I need a boundary from work and my personal life, you know. I don't want to talk about work when I'm with my partner. You know, if you're with your partner and he or she's like, oh my God, you know, that reminds me of this theory. And you're like, shut up. Like, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear about that. Like, show me affection. Give me a hug. Like, I think there's a boundary there. We need to be like, look, I don't care about your work. Like, just spend time with me. You know, I want to talk about, you know, really trashy reality TV or something that doesn't make me think about all the things I have to do at work. You know, there's a boundary there. So for some of you, personal life and career. For others, this is, you know, actual home life with your kind of work. And by that I mean, you know, maybe sometimes your boss is asking you to stay longer, or your boss is asking you to do things that you're not actually very comfortable with from an ethical standpoint. You know, again, that justice. So you're like, I need to set a boundary here. I'm not too happy with the way that we've been speaking, and I'm not happy about the boundaries that have been set. So it's about pushing that forward and, you know, actually being brave enough to set that boundaries, because that can smash the delicate ecosystem that we put around ourselves. You know, this kind of globe, this ecosystem that is, you know, all there for self-care to protect us. That's a boundary that protects us. And you know, when you've got everything smashing through, this is when you don't feel as determined and forceful. And that can quickly turn to anger, especially if you guys are Leos. It can quickly turn to anger. So that boundaries is important when you're taking the next step. So let's put some more tarot. Okay. Five of Swords, again, air energy. Some of you definitely air signs. Okay, Two of Wands in reverse. Look, let's look at this Five of Swords in particular. Again, this links so much to the Ace of Swords. This is, you know, conquest and defeat. This is you feeling a little bit like you're going to have to go up against some adversity, but you're wanting to win. So this says to me you might end up going through a little bit of adversity in the future, in 2021. Maybe this is linked to boundaries. Maybe this is linked to you trying to push forward too much and you're putting pressure on yourself. What I like the most about this card really is that even though it's saying there is, you know, a level of feeling attacked, you know, and feeling like I'm being defeated, it's not going to last long because of that win-win outcome is forecast. You know that it's actually going to be fine. Even if it doesn't feel that way, we know it's going to be fine. And this Two of Wands in reverse as well. It's kind of interesting. This says to me that you're not, you know, when you feel attacked, you're not going to feel as dominant and as powerful as you normally do. You're not going to feel like a champion. You know, it's often like, oh, I feel like my goals are going to be crushed. So for some of you, you might have a bit of a crisis of conscience, as it were. You know, you might be feeling like, oh, I'm not used to losing. I'm not used to feeling like this. But like I said, it's not going to last for long. The outcome is a win. So you're going to go through some trials and some adversities like we all do. And I like that it's particularly pointing that out. It's particularly pointing that, you know, when you do have adversity, you might, your instinct is to be immature and to think, oh, I don't, you know, I never lose. And people are like, look, just take the L with humility. Take the L, okay? So I think it's important to know that, you know, when you do come up against adversity and you do have a crisis, it's okay to have a crisis. It's okay to feel defeated. But just pick yourself up and brush yourself off, you know, with that Ace of Swords. You know, we've got this optimistic planning, and we've got this win-win outcome, so we know it's going to be okay. It's just important to know that, you know, it doesn't make you a bad person, it doesn't make you not good enough to lose. So what kind of month is going to be important for you in 2021? 7, okay, it's July. July, and we've got a lot of cocktails here, so this is summer. Again, this is relaxing as well, looking after yourself. It's like I've taken 100 feet, so I'm going to just put my feet up and relax. Yeah, these cocktails say to me, if you can see them, I'm not sure you can, hopefully you can, but a little cocktail and a cosmopolitan. You know, this is definitely just emphasising that summer, but also this is looking after yourself. And, you know, the grind can be a good thing, pushing yourself towards prosperity, but it's good to look after yourself. This comb is about grooming, looking after yourself, self-care, pushing yourself forward. I really like that, actually. You guys just need to keep going with passion, of course, but just relax as well. Again, maybe that's where that boundary is. It's like, actually, I need to sit, I need to relax. I need to just put work on the back bench for a little bit, from the back burner. And again, win-win outcomes forecast, we've got this divinely protected by the angels, so it's like, actually, we know the future is going to be okay. We're being protected and we're being guided. There's some of you who are teachers or in academia or work around people that or mentor or any coaching thing. This is going to be particularly important. But this owl also says to me wisdom as well. So, you know, you're going to be wise. This year is going to give you so much to learn about yourself, about setting boundaries, about being wise. And also that prosperity arises from wise planning. So that word wisdom does come up a bit in this spread. It's definitely important. So let's pick some particular days that might be important. You can see there's a singular day, so you know you can put them together if you want. I think it's always important to just let yourself do the interpretation, because it's always different. And also, as we know, future changes quickly. Got 4, got another 4, got a 3, and a 2. So we had that 2 for 2 of wands. So yeah, 2 4s, which is an 8, 3 and a 2. So see that as you will. But also 4 and a 3 is a 7 as well. So that was your reading. Overall, really nice, guys. I think you guys are warriors. I think you're really motivated and you push forward, and I love to see it. I love to see it. If you like this, please comment, subscribe and like, and I hope you generally have an amazing 2021. Please keep moving forward. Don't let bumps in the road hinder you. Keep fighting a good fight. Bye, guys. Hi Group 4, I hope you're doing well. So this is going to be your 2021 reading. This is going to be kind of an overview of what's going to be happening, some dates, but also I think this is just a really good kind of fun video to kind of help you and push you forward. So let's begin. So the first card we've got is Ace of Michael. And this is a wonderful new idea. So this is you kind of having a eureka moment. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Okay, so this is not letting negativity affect you, not letting people's comments affect you. You know, some people might say to you, oh, well, you know, you're not good enough for that job. It's like, excuse me, who are you? You know, don't let things like that bother you. Clear up communication problems with others. So some of you might be having issues with team members at work, with your boss perhaps. You know, it's not really going the way you want. So there's an element of, there's not much smoothness in this card. So this says to me that, you know, we need to start to smooth out the bumps this year. We need to start to kind of pave them over. But that wonderful new idea is that eureka moment where you stand at the edge of the cliff and you think, oh, bloody hell, I know exactly what I need to do. I am amazing. We've also got resistance. So again, this is interesting. This says to me that you might be having a conflict with somebody at work. This has many interpretations. Again, this is just a general reading, so it might not resonate to everybody. This resistance to me is that you are trying to... Sometimes you can't be bothered to advance. You know, you're like... Maybe you want it, but you're lazy at the same time. But others, you're resisting change quite defiantly because you're like, well, I don't like change. I like to be in my delicate little sphere. For others, you want this, but you don't truly believe it can happen. It's like wish upon a star. Yeah, is that really going to happen? Maybe that's where that wonderful new idea comes from. It's like, oh, I've got faith, and now I get inspired action. It moves it forward. We've got time to release negativity, forming Scorpio. So for me, Scorpios and also water signs. So again, feeling a bit emotional about things, having conflicts with people. Time to release negativity, like what I said about don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Just let it go. Push it afoot. But I don't need this kind of energy-sucking vampire in my life. I don't need this negativity from you in my life telling me what I can and cannot do. You know, moving forward and taking positivity with you. I get this real sense for you guys. You've got to stop dragging your heels into the ground. You've got to just let it flow. Just keep pushing forward. Like, just let it flow like water, you know? Simple. Don't let, you know, it become like a current flying at you. Gentle. No resistance. The Hermit. So for some of you, yeah, some of you quite lazy. You know, some of you are quite lazy. I don't say that as a bad thing always, although it's not a great thing either. I'm a very lazy person, so I'm not judging. But, you know, this is, for some of you, you don't work well in a team. You like your solitude, you like being on your own. Nothing wrong with that either, but it's saying that I think that might be why you're having some resistance in work. You gotta collaborate more, you know. In others, I think this is where you're not contributing enough at work. You know, you can be so much more than you think you can, and maybe you're letting negativity stop you. Maybe you're letting people's ideas stop you. Maybe you feel judged, where you're like, well, if I speak up and say this idea, no one's going to care about my opinion, or they're going to judge me and think, what the hell is she or he talking about, you know. But I do see there's going to be some light coming out of this, you know, a guiding light, as it were. Again, I feel like a lot of you are going to have a eureka moment, an epiphany. Which is actually really funny because I was looking over my deck and the next card that I had was Epiphany. So I'm going to take that. Some of you might be meditating and relaxing that way. Be a light to others again. Shining light. Both of these cards in the Hermit and the Epiphany card, we've got, you know, holding a lantern, being a light. Again, positivity I think is important for you guys. Stay positive no matter what. Answers that come through meditation. So yeah, for some of you, meditating and doing the shadow work, you know, going within. Let's find some more tarot. Okay, Four of Swords in reverse. Knave of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is about you being lazy again. For some of you who are not looking at jobs but you're studying, this is where you don't want to study. This is actually interesting, this Knave of Pentacles. So this is what it looks like in reverse. There we go. So this with the Epiphany says to me, I don't think you want to reflect. You're resisting making a change and having to reflect on your own life, because when you do that, then you have to make a change because you think, I'm not happy. Some of you can't compromise. The communication problems is you can't compromise. Maybe you feel greedy, like you're gatekeeping things. And you need to release that again. You need to go with the flow. Because it's blocking you from wealth, it's blocking you from progression, it's blocking you from moving forward. Four of Swords in reverse, this is what it looks like normally. This is it in reverse. This is you, you know, it's so funny actually, because Hermit is all about retreating, but Four of Swords is about not retreating in reverse. It's about not retreating, not having solitude. So this tells me that you're going to have that Hermit experience, but you're going to come out of it rather quickly. You're going to be moving fast. You're going to be kind of, for some of you, you're punishing yourself, you're resisting, and it's punishing yourself. It's like this idea of self-care flipped on its head. You know, you're not able to really give yourself what you need. You're not pushing forward. Yeah, I think that's quite interesting. Let's find a month that's particularly important. 10, okay, so October. We're divinely protected, guys. We're okay. We've got faith. We're divinely protected, okay? So you're being looked out for. It's going to be okay. We've got Y as an initial. Could be, why the hell am I doing this to myself? Could be a company name, could be whatever. got an anchor, again, stability. So you want stability. You want a workplace that gives you stability. You know, some of you freelancers, you want that stability. You know, you're struggling with that idea. I think you guys are hurting yourselves with this heartbreak charm. But then we've also got the happy cloud. I think you guys are hurting yourself by resisting. You know, I say resistance is futile. It really is. Resistance is completely futile. It's just hurting yourself. Okay, let's find some dates that's particular and important. Again, you could read this as individual or together. So we've got a 5, 5, a 1, and a 1. So put those together. Could be anything. I like to leave it to interpret for you guys to do. Overall, for this reading, I'm getting this idea that, you know, you guys are resisting, you're maybe afraid, you're feeling lazy, you know, there's a bit of negativity around you, and you're not really sure what's going on. But I generally do see that you guys are going to be moving forward quickly, and you're having a wonderful idea as well, Eureka moment. But I really want you, when you have an amazing idea, to contribute it to your workplace, to tell your supervisors or your study people your thoughts. Don't shrink. This idea about, I think you guys, your instinct is to shrink down. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to be loud and proud and open and work towards what you want to do, okay? So that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. I generally hope you have an amazing 2021. I really, really do hope that it's better for all of us. And thanks very much.